Hey guys, Pam here. I'm standing in my kitchen. I had someone reach out to me today inquiring about what I've been using and doing to support my body, my health, with some certain illnesses that I live with every day. And so I thought it's probably time to do a quick updated video and just let you know what I'm doing. So I'm going to share with you, I can't turn my camera around, this cupboard here is in our kitchen, and this is where I keep all of our supplements, and I keep them here because it's super handy in the morning. I have a less chance of forgetting. Yes, even though it's behind doors, there has been days I forget, and those days I feel it, honestly. I may not feel it until, a couple days later. On the weekend, I forgot a couple days to take my supplements and that, and a couple days last week. To be honest, I was too up in my head. I was thinking of, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this, and I was stressing myself out, and I was too up in my head. We've got a lot going on at our house right now with our final stage of renovations, which is super exciting. But it does affect me. And as I realized the other day, Pam, you haven't been taking your supplements as you should. And when I do, I feel freaking good. So got them all in today and I'm feeling great, even though I'm a little bit tired. So what I wanted to share is what I take and why. I'm not going to get into a lot of science. I can definitely get you the science information because there's a lot of it and it's really good. But I'll be honest, I'm not a science and research person. Show me the details. Show me that, yes, it's proven because this is this and this. I use this stuff because it has the science behind it, but because it works. And I've been using it for a while and it really works, honestly. So the first thing is phytoestrogen. It supports healthy estrogen balance in women. I started taking this because I was having really bad hot flashes at night. And I found taking one of these a day really has helped. Diet also does help with that. The next three are part of the Lifelong Vitality. So this is the vitamins and minerals. And what's really nice about these supplements, and you probably can't see this too well, but this is what the capsule looks like. And it's an actual powder in here. So it's so much easier for the body to absorb, which is really great because I've tried taking other vitamins in the past that aren't a powder form and my body just did not like them. Stomach ache and anyway. The next one is your omega complex and it also has essential oils in it. I take 4 of those as well, which is the full dose. Some people can get by with taking half a dose. Honestly, listen to your body because every single person is different. Alpha CRS. So this is a cellular vitality complex, and I take 4 of those as well. Terrazyme, which is a digestive enzyme. This has helped me so much, honest to God. So I have, because I feel like even though I'm living a much healthier life, and I'm in my best health right now, I have PCOS. I have IBS. Have had issues with endometriosis and hypothyroidism. So a lot of that is your endocrine system. And so it's all kind of intertwined, which your digestive system is down there as well. So Terrazyme, I take 2 of those a day, 1 of the phytoestrogen, 4 each of the LLV, that trio. With the Terrazyme though, if say we go out to eat or we order a pizza, even though I'm eating gluten-free now, I'm much more conscious about what I'm eating and why. And so I will take extra Terrazyme just to help, because I know my body, and the cheese used on takeout pizza, my body doesn't necessarily like all that much. So it helps a lot. The other thing that I take, and I don't take these regularly, I take them when I need them, is turmeric. What I've found with it is if I do have an IBS flare up, it really, really, really honestly helps with inflammation. It is so good for inflammation. When we were snowmobiling the other day, not digestive related, but my knee was really sore. And I took 2 of these before going out the next day, and significant difference. It helps so much. And what's really cool about these turmeric capsules is you can see, so there's a powder and turmeric oil in here. So it's a super powerful supplement. Those are the ones that I take all the time. I used to, when I first did the cleanse, I used the metabolic soft gels. I do still keep these and the oil because if I get cravings, I am an emotional eater. I will admit that. If I do get any cravings or anything like that, I found the Slim and Sassy soft gels or the oil is super helpful. Super, super helpful at curbing those cravings. The other thing, I used 2 of these this morning, Mito 2 Max. It's a natural energy stimulant, supplement, dietary energy and stamina complex. Really helps. We had a late night last night, and that really helps. It really helped me kind of wake up. What I used for the cleanse and restore, I don't have everything still, is GX Assist, but that's part of the cleanse, so I maybe won't get into that. If you've never done a cleanse, I highly recommend it. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. It really does. When I say cleanse, it really scared me at first too, because I'm not a drink my meals type person. That's not me. I love food. I can admit it. I love food. What the cleanse and restore did is it cleans out your digestive system, and then it puts good bacteria back in with the PB Assist. Now, if I can show you, that's one of my extra ones. The PB Assist is very similar to the turmeric. So it's encapsulated. So you can kind of see there. So what happens is you take the pill or the capsule and it goes through the stomach acid. And then what you really need to get past there does. So that is, I also take the odd time when needed, the adaptive soft gels. These are really helpful when I was feeling really stressed about one stage of this renovation that will be amazing, and I'm excited for it to be done. It was really stressful. Anyway, that helped me through. The other thing is Copaiba soft gels. Awesome. Really, really, really awesome. And I'm going to walk you over. The other thing we have in our kitchen, if I can stand in front, is my oil rack. And what I love about this is it's super convenient, because even though it's in literally the main part of our house, there's lots of days that I forget to come in and turn on the freaking diffuser. Because like I said, you can get too up in your head. If there's, lots of stuff going on, which we have. We're in a major renovation here, which is, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be so awesome. Anyway, one thing to factor in always with your physical health, your emotions, anything that you are feeling physically, honestly, anything can be related to something physically that your body, hold on, I'm tired. I forgot what I said there. Anything that you're feeling physically in your body is related to your emotions. And so the other important piece that when I was speaking with this friend this morning, she had asked me about what I use to support myself with PCOS. It's pretty dark. With PCOS. And if I would be willing to have a call and help support one of her people, which of course I am. It's a community. And I've gained so much support too. The other thing that's super important is your energy. And honestly, I didn't put this together until probably 2-3 years ago when I was working with a personal coach, telling her about some of my health issues I had, telling her about what I've done. She did a bit of research, and your health, as I said, your your physical health, what you're experiencing physically, there is an energy and emotion behind that. 100%. And I know some people say, oh, that's voodoo, you know, blah, blah, blah. I don't really care. It's true. It's 100% true. You can believe what you want. I have found, so when I did my first cleanse, it was in January 2017. And right after that, even like during the cleanse, I started shedding weight. Yes, I cut out processed foods, you know, all of that. I was cleaning up my digestive system. I was taking my supplements regularly, which I was taking prior to that. But the other important factor is, and I'm not saying everyone has to do this, but a couple months before I started that cleanse, I went and did my Reiki 1 training certification. Did a lot of energy work myself, was doing energy shares during the training. And I know 100% that helped my body transformation. I have kept up with my energy work. I've now got my Reiki level 2. I use energy on the kids all the time. I notice a huge significant shift in them when we do energy work on them. My husband loves it. My animals love it. It's a combination. And honestly, you need to find something that works for you, because everyone's body is different. What works for me may not work for you. But what's interesting is the more I've read about people with PCOS and real life stories, they too have done the energy work. They've switched to holistic lifestyle, because the other factors are what you're putting on your body. I use natural deodorant. I use much, much cleaner shampoo, conditioner. I love the doTERRA shampoo. I love it because it has oils in it, and my hair has never been so healthy. It is so healthy. It's so long, lush. I am actually trying now a waterless conditioner, and so far I'm pretty impressed with it. It's pretty cool. I'm probably going to still keep up with my doTERRA shampoo because I really love it. Using more cleaner soaps, like on your body, cleaner soaps when you're washing dishes, both in the dishwasher and in the sink, because whatever you touch goes in your skin. So even hand sanitizer, I hate it. Don't use hand sanitizer. We use like an On Guard spray. It's an all natural spray. What else? Laundry detergent. I flip flop back and forth with the doTERRA On Guard detergent. And we now have a local store in town, the EcoDen, that has a refillery that has laundry detergent. So we honestly use both. And when I use the EcoDen one, I'll add in a drop or two of On Guard just to power it up a little bit of the oil. And we use purifying vinegar in place of fabric softener, because I do not like fabric softener either. We don't use fragrance in our house anymore. I cannot stand fragrance, and it's a huge endocrine disruptor. Anyone with any pelvic issues, even if you don't have pelvic issues, pay attention to it still, honestly, because it will affect. You may not think it's affecting your life. Like, if you may be listening to this and thinking, well, I don't have IBS, I don't have PCOS, I don't have hypothyroidism or endometriosis, but those things are still affecting your health. Honestly, they really and truly are. I was a skeptic years ago. I don't know why I resisted for so long. I should have just listened to my body, and I didn't. I was really mad at my body. I had a lot of resentment towards my body, a lot of anger towards my body, because we went through infertility, which also had to do with PCOS, hypothyroidism, blah, blah, everything, all that. Diet is also huge, which I read about, when we were trying to get pregnant, but it was like, I was pissed. I was pissed at my body. Like, why is this happening? This isn't fair. I was absolutely pissed. And I remember reading the book and saying, forget this, not so nice language. It's not going to control me. And yet, by ignoring it, it controlled me. Now that I'm listening to my body, I feel so much freer. So with IBS, I have seen a specialist in the last 6 months, and she suggested looking up FODMAP. So FODMAP, FODMAP elimination diet. And what that is, it's not the type of diet that you stay on forever, because there's 6 categories of food. And like I said, I'm not a big science and research person. So having this app was perfect because it was all laid out for me. All the research is done, all the advice is done. It was perfect. And I have the app on my phone. So if we're out, it was wonderful. It was really difficult for me at first to wrap my head around it, because I used to tell myself change is difficult. Change is not. Change is what you make it. Change is what you make it. Yes, that's still something that I'm with our renovations. It's change is what we make it. And we've made this house our dream home. And I'm thrilled. It's almost there. It's almost done. I'm thrilled with what we've done. But the story you tell yourself is huge. Huge, huge, huge. So diet is huge. That freaked me out, having to make some major changes to our diet, to my diet. I didn't force it on my family. I made changes to my diet. My family has thankfully embraced it, which has been awesome. I've realized that a major contributing factor to IBS, and honestly, I think because it's all related, right? Like it's all in your pelvic area. I think it was contributing to pain with PCOS as well. When you're inflamed, everything hurts. Just in general, everything hurts a lot. So in the beginning, I used oils, and that helped so much, because that was in the beginning when I was, just starting to, okay, let's embrace this holistic lifestyle. What can I do to support myself and move forward and actually be healthy and happy? Because when you feel like shit, you're not happy. You're not, because you feel crappy and you feel like you're in pain, or you are in pain, and you're uncomfortable and you're miserable, and it's why is this happening to me? And I found myself on that constant, it was a loop. I felt like shit. I would eat crap because I felt like shit, and then I would feel even worse, and it was just a horrible loop. When you embrace the way your body wants to live, and I know, again, some of you may be listening and thinking, what the frig is she talking about? But then there's those of you who are listening and saying, yes, 1,000 times yes. Because when you embrace what your body wants you to do, when you listen to yourself, and a lot of that has just happened for me in the past few years, slowing down, meditating, yoga, which I'll admit I haven't been doing in a while, but yoga helped me so much, so much. I started with just flow yoga to kind of get into it, because I was very overweight then. And as the weight started coming off and feeling happier with my body and loving, I now can say, I love my body. I love it. I love my body, because I'm listening to myself. I'm listening to my body. I'm listening to my brain. I'm listening to my soul. And I love my body. I'm so proud of what my body has done. Yep, I have stretch marks. Yep, I have a C-section scar. I have health issues that I have to follow a certain way of eating, living, being, and that's okay. I am now 100% okay with that. And because of that, I know that's why I'm thriving. So after speaking with her briefly today, I thought, you know what? It's time to do and I thought this was going to be a quick updated video, but it's not quick. But I know my story can help others, and that is my reason for sharing. Because there's so many people out there who are suffering in silence, and you don't need to be, because when you have something physical going on in your body, like I said, your emotions are affected. When your emotions are affected, your mental health is affected. And that affects every area of your life. Your home life, your spouse, your kids, your friends, your work, everything. Everything. If you're truly not happy and not living in alignment, it's not good. It really isn't. Like, we've all been through shit in our life. I know that. I have. Lots of times. We've all been through shit in our life. But you know what? When you're ready to make a shift, it can happen so naturally. And that is honestly, I'm so thankful, because even though for me, some were really baby steps, but even though they were baby steps, they were big for me. They were really, really, really significant and really big. And I'm really proud of myself for doing it and keeping it up and recognizing if I fall off the wagon a little bit, like the other day few days on the long weekend. Did I take my supplements all weekend? Nope. Until I took turmeric because my knee was giving me some pain. And I noticed I was feeling a bit lower than normal, which is okay. Everyone has those moments. But when you have those moments, you need to recognize it. You need to realize, like, get rid of the judgment. There's no room for judgment. I really don't like when people judge. Really don't like it. Because everyone has had dark moments of some kind. My health has been a huge, huge, huge factor of that. And there's no need for judgment. None whatsoever. So support yourself emotionally, physically, and do what you need to do to know you're living a happy and healthy life. Like I said, everyone's journey is completely different. But when you get into alignment with yourself, you will feel it. And I can honestly say, so there's some foods, I was saying about the FODMAP, there's some foods I know I'm so much healthier gluten-free. So much healthier. So much healthier. I've had some flare-ups because there's been some gluten in some things that I didn't realize at first, and not good, which just kind of reaffirms, follow your heart. Yes, the crunchy chicken fingers or crunchy breaded chicken, yeah, that tastes really good. But you know what tastes even better and feels even better? Not being in pain. So we make a lot of things at home now. If I have cravings like that, I make homemade chicken parm with cornflakes, and it tastes freaking awesome. Or we make homemade chicken fingers. And also ask. That's a huge, huge, like, don't be afraid to ask. I went into our local butcher and was asking about his sausages, which have no filler in them. So, and I figured that because I can eat them and I've had no problem eating them. But he let me know a family member has been gluten-free for a very long time. And a lot of the things he has in there is gluten-free, including if I did want pre-made chicken fingers, his are gluten-free, which is an awesome bonus. So don't be afraid to speak up, and that for me too was a big thing for going out to restaurants, because not a lot of restaurants still don't have gluten-free options identified. Ask, and don't be afraid to feel embarrassed, because it's your health. It is 100% your health. Don't, and I don't like using the word don't, and I've just used it quite a few times. Be proud of who you are and voice your opinion and ask for what you need, which I'm still working on. I really am. I'm still working on that, but I'm getting better at it. The other few things are what I've learned: divine timing. It all happens in divine timing, which is perfect, honestly. And for your highest good. It will, whatever needs to happen will happen when it's meant to happen for you. It's true. It really is. So that's kind of how I'm supporting living a life with PCOS, endometriosis, hypothyroidism, and IBS. Not that I should label myself as that, but I do, so let's just be real. And because I have these health conditions, there is a good chance my kids could have something related. So I do want to educate them and encourage them to make healthy choices, not just because mommy says. I want to also educate them of why. And what I've found really interesting is along this journey, my kids have definitely been much more self-aware of how they're feeling, or after they eat or drink something. Like, we don't regularly have a lot of sugar in our house. But the kids they will voice to me now if they feel like they've had too much of something. So we get the probiotics out. We get, I get doing a bit more energy work to get the energy flowing a bit better, get more healthy food into them. Water's big. Oh, water. I should have meant it. Water is huge. I should have mentioned that before. That's a huge thing for me, especially with IBS. Water is huge. When I don't drink enough water, oh God, I feel it. And it's not comfortable. So water is huge. My kids always see me drinking water. Always. Yeah. It's really honestly a package deal. You have to be entirely happy with yourself and your life where you are now. Even with all the changes we've done to our house, which I know I circle back to this topic a lot. When we bought this house, we saw the potential. And back at that time, that same year, I had a hysterectomy. I do still have, some people may think this is too personal. Doesn't matter. I do still have my ovaries. Because I didn't want to go through any of that hormone treatment that I may have to do, because I was young when I had it done. But that was a pretty challenging time in my life. We had some other stuff going on that emotionally really rocked me at the same time. And I've had a lot of growing experience, which has been great, and quite honestly should have happened before, because going through infertility at only 23, that psychologically is freaking hard on someone. Freaking hard. And that's putting it nicely. It was hard on me. It was hard on our marriage. And then we were blessed with an amazing son. And when he was only 9 months old, my body figured some stuff out after, again, might be too much information, but that's fine. After 3 months of not having a cycle, going to the doctor, and him saying, let's just wait and see. Feeling so frustrated because knowing what had happened with our son, I kept telling myself it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So why are you making me wait? Anyway, he seemed to know that God had a better plan, and even though I hadn't had a cycle for 3 months, I suddenly naturally got pregnant with our daughter. And that was honestly, still makes me a little emotional actually. That was honestly one of the best things that ever happened. It's a little, still hits me, because I remember saying to my husband, I don't think I can ever do this again. And because it rocked me going through it with trying to conceive our son. It really, really rocked me. Yeah. And I said to him so many times, it just needs to happen. If it's going to happen, it just needs to happen. And apparently I put it out to the universe, and because it did happen. We have our amazing daughter as well. So our kids are less than 18 months apart. So it was a really awesome, but also emotionally trying time for me. And because I had 2 kids so close in age, I really did not focus on myself. I did not focus on my health. And so it has taken me, well, my son's over 13 now. And I began this journey more specifically for him in 2014. So this summer it'll be 6 years. So it's been a journey it's been ongoing. And that's when there's no magic pill. There's no magic thing you need to do. A lot of it is personal work. Listening to your health, your body, your soul, about what you actually need in your life, and accepting that that's your life. I am 100% happy with my body, my life. I can honestly say, as I said before, I love my body. I love my house. I love it, even though it's really disorganized right now. But I'm really being conscious of the words I'm using. So if you've noticed, I've hesitated a few times. I'm really being conscious of the words that I'm using, because what you put out into the universe comes back, and it can mirror. Which is why you want to put out good energy. You want to put out. So that's why I hesitated when I said the house is disorganized, which it is. But we have a plan of how everything is coming together, and all in divine timing, which honest to God, all in divine timing is how everything happens. It all happens when it's supposed to. Good and bad, unfortunately. But think of every opportunity as a growing, learning experience, and you will always thrive. Always. As I said, I love my body now. I love my house because it's us.